Hi, I'm Charlotte from Popple Services, and this is part 3 of the Undead Guide to Business. And today we're going to be talking about vampires, the sexiest of the undead, and who in business could only really be described as the capitalist business leaders. However, this wasn't always the way that vampires were viewed. They started life in small Eastern European villages, not just Transylvania, it needs to be said. Dead villagers were reported to come back from the grave, basically to traumatize their living relatives, often causing them to die of plague. The bodies were then dug up and set fire to. Traditional vampires were dirty, smelly, and unpleasant. But luckily, Hollywood got involved and made vampires sexy. And Vampire Bill from True Blood, I'm looking at you. And they also made use of their one major asset. And that is that vampires are eternal. They live forever. This has made them exceptional business leaders and therefore very rich, a wealth that they have built up over centuries. However, most vampires are not very nice personality-wise. They look down on mere mortals because they view us as weak and finite. They are therefore patronizing, rude, and don't treat humans with respect. And to be fair, I'm sure we can all think of business leaders who are exactly like this. Often, vampires have also made a lot of their business acquisitions through killing people. Hopefully we don't know any business leaders like that. But as a vampire, this isn't the only way to be a fantastic business leader. Imagine you're a vampire who had hundreds, if not thousands of years to perfect your business skills. For humans, however, if we stay in the same career all of our adult lives, we only have about 40 years to perfect these skills, to learn from our mistakes and develop and adapt to the changing environment. Imagine if you had centuries to do this. Vampires also have skills that would make them the most successful salesmen. Essentially, their ability to dazzle mortals and convince them of anything at all. Obviously, this wouldn't be a moral use of this valuable skill, but it certainly would be effective. And I have to say, I think I have met salespeople who seem to have this dazzling ability. I was at a exhibition somewhere one day, and it was the weirdest thing. This woman managed to sell me a salt ball. I don't know how. I had no interest in buying a salt ball, but she did some kind of weird dazzling magic. I'm convinced she was a vampire, and I went home with a salt ball. And even as I took it out of my bag in my house, I'm looking at it thinking, why did I buy this? No idea. Definitely a vampire at work. For someone like myself, I would approach an eternity in business in quite a methodological way, I think. I would try and record all the outcomes of deals, excuses, variables, things that can go wrong, compare one year to the next, all of these things. There is nothing in life which is new, we know this. So by keeping intricate records, you could after a while predict every outcome of every business deal or high-risk gamble and be successful. Who wouldn't want to have skills like that? Not only would it be a productive use of decades in business, but for me as a professional writer of books, I could write all manner of business books and have generations of readers and a shed load of cash. And who doesn't want that? So over the last 3 videos, we've looked at 3 different types of undead: mummies, zombies, and vampires. Which one do you think you are? For me, I feel that I am clearly a zombie with aspirations to be the most list-focused vampire ever. Being a mummy is not appealing to me because when I get that feeling, it's time to move on and find the next project to get my zombie teeth into. But it's interesting that we all have these characteristics at some point in our business lives. I would love to hear your thoughts on whether you're a mummy zombie or vampire. So please leave them in the comments below. Additionally, if you would like the Vampire Guide to Writing blog posts, follow the link below and sign up for the free PDFs, which will give you some very valuable advice on writing the best vampire inspired blog posts. I hope you've enjoyed this Halloween set of videos about the undead in the workplace. It's been a lot of fun to put together, and yes, hopefully I will see you all soon. Please let me know your thoughts, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. So goodbye, and don't have nightmares.